Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to show two issues that is often encountered by our user. It will show on the Windows platform how to install LuBan, and then when there is a new feature release, how do you update LuBan to the latest version? Okay, let's start. Firstly, we go to LuBan website. luban3d.com. This is the front page of LuBan website. Scroll down to the section Download LuBan. You can use either OneDrive or Google Drive download link. So I click Google Drive. When Google Drive is shown on your screen, you will see several folders. The first folder, DOC, contains the documentation of LuBan. Second folder, license, contains the latest license file, which we will use later. The third folder is Mic64. It is the install file for Macintosh. Then it also has sample STL files. Ubuntu 64, that is for Linux. VC redistribution. This is a redistribution package for Windows. You only need this if you encounter a crashing problem with LuBan, the Windows platform. For Windows platform, we provide Windows 32-bit version, which is depreciated, and Windows 64 version. And then there are a few other documentation, brief documentation on how you get started. We can double-click Windows 64 if your computer OS is Windows. And obviously, if your OS is Linux and Macintosh, you need to enter these two corresponding folders. Enter Windows 64. Again, there are several files. LuBan exe is executable that you can directly download, but I do not recommend downloading this if you are installing LuBan for the first time, especially if you want to use LuBan in a non-English environment. Usually, we just download, for the first time, we just download setup MSI file. I select this file and choose download. Download. This file, scanning for virus, this file will be downloaded to my user download folder, the default download folder. I think it is, this file might be dangerous. Okay, sometimes our user get this warning. You need to click download anyway. There is no dangers in using LuBan software. Download anyway. And the download should start soon. Okay, it's downloading. The setup file is about 76 megabytes. Setup isn't commonly downloaded. Make sure you trust. Yes, you just have to trust the download file. Then I'll minimize the window. Go to my download folder. As you have seen just now, on the download, this is unconfirmed, so it hasn't been downloaded. This is another one. It's another file that I download. It's probably still downloading. Let me see. Okay, I think I need to select keep. Okay, this is, we have encountered all kinds of problems that our users encountered. We have to select keep. Make sure you trust setup before you open it. Show more. Keep anyway. You have to look for information for show more information, that kind of thing. Keep anyway. And then setup MSI will be actually downloaded. So let's go back to the download folder. Now it's really downloaded. Before you click keep, it is in an incomplete download mode. Now it's downloaded, and I can minimize that window. So we are going to double click setup MSI to install LuBan. Welcome to the LuBan setup wizard. And basically, you just click Next. That's the default install file. I want to let it used by everyone. Next, next, and it's installing. If it starts, yes, it's probably waiting for this screen. So you have to give permission to install on the Windows OS folder, which is program files. And click Close to exit. Close. Minimize. It has created a shortcut to LuBan exe, but the icon hasn't been reflected. This shortcut points to somewhere else. It's my development version. As a user, I do not recommend you using shortcut because some of our users get multiple copies of LuBan exe. And the shortcut, they don't really know which version that the shortcut is pointing to. So let's delete the shortcut. I'm going to keep this on my computer because that's only for me, the development version. We have installed, so we go to the folder to check our install. C drive, program files, x86. And you might be curious why it is installing x86, because it seems to be indicating that this is a Win32 version. No, it's not. Even 64-bit programs can be installed on program files x86. Double click. LuBan 3D. LuBan. Okay, when you open, you see all the language packages. Germany, this is probably Greek, then Spanish, French, Italian, Malaysia, Lithuania, Poland, Polish, Brazil, that's Portuguese, so on and so forth. And this is Chinese, simplified Chinese and traditional Chinese. Apart from these language folders, we also have LuBan exe, that visual EG file. This is for the eyeglasses, live eyeglasses data. And lastly, we have a license file. The license file is a default license file. If you newly registered LuBan license, you'll receive an email from luban3d@gmail.com telling you to download the latest license. This one is an old version. It may not contain your license file. So to download your new license file, we need to go back to the share folder. The license file is here. Double click. That is the latest version. So you can download this one and overwrite the old one. That will do. And let's start LuBan. You can start by double click LuBan exe. For the first time, I recommend you right click on LuBan exe and select Run as Administrator. And this is only a Windows thing. When you run as administrator, LuBan will have the permission to save setting files in the folder. It will generate a setting file, double click, which contains all kinds of settings that LuBan used. So next time you run LuBan, you can double click to run. You don't have to run as admin because it has already gained permission. And it will be able to remember the last used settings. So that's basically the software. Okay, that's pretty much the first step, how to install LuBan on your computer. Our next question is, if there is a new feature released, announced in Facebook LuBan group or announced on the LuBan website, how do you update LuBan? The obvious solution, the obvious approach to update is to go back to the Windows 64 share folder, download setup MSI file again, then remove LuBan and install from the new setup file. So you repeat the process, you get the upload. Yes, that is correct. But there is a simpler way to do update. The update only changes. The only file that is changed in the update is LuBan exe. This exe is let's see. This exe is generated. I'll double click. Help about is generated on February 6th. When there is a new update, this would be the old version. So you can download LuBan exe only. Click download. You will get similar warnings. Like, can you trust? You said keep yes, download anyway. And then you will see keep or not keep, that kind of thing. Setup LuBan exe isn't. So I'll click the three dots, click keep, and then show more. If you do not click show more, there are only two options, either delete it or cancel. You have to click show more, then keep anyway. I'm going to close the web page because this is done. Then I will go to the download folder. There is a LuBan exe, and this is the new one. I'll drag it to this folder. Overwrite, replace. You need permission to overwrite a file in the system folder, so I say continue. This is overwritten. Okay, that's the new LuBan version, and that's how we update LuBan exe. Last but not least, let me complete the process by downloading the latest license file. And I think many users encountered problem in updating their license. Google Drive, like I said, the latest license file is in this folder, license folder. Do not download the folder. Instead, enter the folder and only download the license file. Click download. Probably we will get similar warnings. Okay, we didn't get the warning because the extension is DAT, so the system does not bother to give us a warning. We go to download folder. That's the license file. Okay, I'm going to delete the setup file. All you need to do is drag this to the system folder and override. You need permission. Yes, continue. The license file is updated. A common problem that our users encounter is the downloaded license file is not named mu_license.dat. Instead, it is named as bracket1 .dat. This is a common problem. Sometimes bracket 2, 3, etc. depending on how many times you have downloaded. And our user just drag this file to the system, LuBan system folder, and continue. Then they will find that in that folder they have two license files. This will not work. LuBan only detects the file that with the file name mu_license.dat. It will not detect this file. So it will only check the old file, not the new file, even though your license ID is registered in the new file, not in the old one. Therefore, you have to manually delete it and rename this to license.dat. Continue. Okay, that completes the update of the license file. And also sometimes this is all due to Windows file browser display settings. You will see that your files do not have the extension. There is a setting to hide the extension, and the setting is called, let me see, the setting is called properties, options. Options, view, show hidden, don't show hidden, well, not this one, hide extension from known files. Sometimes your file browser has this turned on. And you will see the extension is hidden. And DAT file is not a registered file format on my system. So .dat is still shown, but in some users' file browser, the .dat is not shown, it is hidden. And that causes the problem. They manually made sure mu_license.dat, but there is a second .dat that is hidden by the file browser, and that is a wrong name. So in that case, it doesn't happen very often, but in that case, you have to manually rename the file to mu_license without the dat, because the .dat is actually hidden by your system, not in my computer. Okay, I'll bring it back. Okay, that is all. If you want to uninstall LuBan, you can go to Control Panel, Programs and Features. Just like you uninstall any other program, LuBan uninstall. Yes, and it's gone. There are no residual files like in other software that you might encounter. When you uninstall LuBan, all LuBan related files and folders will be gone. Oh, LuBan 3D is still here. LuBan is still here, but everything is gone except the license, except the setting. So you can just delete the LuBan 3D folder and it will be gone. That is all. Thank you for your attention.